Yeah, we're checking on that right now. Copy that. Mm-hmm. Copy. Yeah. Just run a test here. Just a couple of minutes before we get started. Testing 1 1 2 1 1 2 1 2 3 4 1 1 2 1 2 3 4. Mm-hmm. Copy that. Okay, can we get some comments in the comment area for the people that have already joined us, please? Appreciate that. Okay. Okay. Copy that. Okay, well, let's begin. We were waiting for a few final people to come in the room, so excuse the delay. We'd like to give everybody the opportunity, to get in to today's presentation. There's a lot of information we need to cover in a short amount of time. So let's begin and let's do that. Today we want to talk all about uh, trading methodologies, consistency, the psychology behind trading. This is Jeff Killian for the VTC, and we're at about February 7th right now, 2024, and you're seeing a screen of the VTC website right now. This webinar, this live stream is not going to be a lot about charts and a lot about the intricacies of trading itself. This webinar is dedicated to the traders who have had or may continue to have serious obstacles in front of them in order to trade more successfully, more profitably, and full-time traders who are in the trenches here every single day, like myself. For those of you who don't know me or the BTC very well, my name is Jeff Killian. I have been an active trader for over 25 years now, and we formed the VTC website, vtctraders.com, to be able to bring a higher level of information to the serious traders because of the plethora of misinformation that's out there on the market today. It is not about the latest and the greatest indicator. It is not about trading off of the news. It's about finding, tracking, and trading the smart money and trading in the same direction as fast as humanly possible at the right place at the right time. So it's termed the intersection of price and time. So I will end up with my story today because I know you're going to be able to relate to that. So the first story we want to talk about is somebody who came in as a subscriber about 5 years ago and is a successful trader now. His name is Jerry G from Utah. And basically, Jerry was an engineer for an aerospace company and always knew that he wanted to trade. His obstacles were time management and the time of day to trade with that. So he felt that he could trade in the morning and then the afternoon again, or maybe lunchtime, and anytime he had free time in order to do that. And he did. And he was markedly profitable, but not profitable in a very big way. And the reason was because every one of you, including me, we have to find the best time of the day to trade for ourselves. Now, the key in this whole thing is getting to know yourself very, very well. Trading will find your Achilles heel. It will humble you to the point where it will affect your life and your lifestyle in a very big way. So, knowing yourself is the key to the beginning of the journey. That journey may last 6 months, it might last a year, it might last a few years. But those of you who are steadfast on trading like I was are surely going to go through the test of time, through the gauntlet, in order to become a fully independent, full-time trader. Because when you do this, at the end of it all, there's nothing more rewarding. So, Jerry and I spoke many, many times, and he said that he needed another point of view in order to make this happen for himself. And I said, well, what's the other point of view within yourself? I said, where's your mind at? Where's the psychology behind this? And he said, what do you mean the psychology behind it? I said, yeah, what do you expect out of the market? What do you expect to gain by the way you're doing business and you're trading? And he said, well, I'm not sure. I said, well, that's where we got to begin. I said, I've already taught you everything I know 2 times. So let's talk about what you expect, how you expect to get it, and what you're going to do to get it. And so this is how all that began. And now, through tailoring, specific targeted points according to his profile, his personality, his time constraints, and the way he knew how to trade, we had to narrow it down. It was the morning, sometimes the overnight session before open equities, and sometimes after. Those were the key time blocks to be able to focus on trading. And it was good. And it was the best that it could be because those are usually the most opportune times unless the market is completely opened up. So once he knew what he had to do, he did it. And at the end of it all, the consistent side of it all was to do that same thing every single day. The discipline behind trading, my definition of discipline is doing exactly what you have to do when you don't have the will to do it, so that you can do what you want to do when you do have the time to do it. So the discipline is the key here to implement the consistency of doing the same thing every single day, waiting for the trade setups to take place. Don't jump the gun. And then when you're at the right price level, the right price point, and you have a true high probability trade setup, which is 80 to 90%, right? Ready to go out of the box. Waiting for the trade to you because you don't have to prove a damn thing to the market. The market has to prove to you that it's worth your time, your emotional, and your monetary capital. That's when you jump in. But before that, you don't do anything. All this is within the system that we have evolved into today. So before we get into the next story, for those of you who are new to us here, I want to, or even haven't subscribed yet to our YouTube channel, here's the link. I need you to copy this or bookmark it, do whatever you need to do, take a minute to do that. Why? Because I'm going to pull it up. There it is. And let's get to that. Here it is. Okay, this is the YouTube website from vtctraders.com. Here's the introductory video. I don't know if you guys have heard that, but here are a slew of recorded trades, market calls, what have you, trader intelligence, risk control examples. We have more than 170 real-time trades that were recorded in the moment as they were taken, with the numbers posted in real time. Again, none of these BS walkthroughs, look backs about what happened and how they tailor their conversations to, what the market produced. So this is a lot of actual proof that a lot of traders aren't aware of. And the beat goes on. A trading plan, professional trader training, mentoring, real winning trade examples here, a model short trade, and it goes on and on and on and on. Proven trading mentors. That was one that came through for $11,200, documented profit real time. That was a year ago. You won't see a lot of views on our channel. Why? Because we're not into the cookie cutter aspect of so-called promotion that's out there. So when you look at our material, when you look at what we do and how we do it, understand this is not for the masses. This is for the serious people like yourself who are looking for a real opportunity to take this to an entirely different level, and be able to make this happen as a profession. Why? This is a business. This is not something to walk into and think that you're going to get it right away based on a few indicators or a bought and paid for trading methodology that doesn't have all the rules exposed, aka a black box trading methodology. Because when it works, that's fine. There's going to be many market conditions when it doesn't work. And when it doesn't work and you lose 5-6 trades in a row and blow your account on out, guess what you're going to do? Psychologically, you're going to go into the gutter. And then you're going to go buy another one. And the same thing's going to happen. And the same thing is going to happen again. So if you haven't, take a look at these videos. Watch how I do what I do. And look at how strict, disciplined, the psychology behind it all. Looking for the true high probability trades. Because when you find them and you take them, the level of confidence and conviction is really everything that any trader should need in order to be able to take those trades, get in at the right time, and get out at a predetermined price profit target. Let me roll down on the page here just a little bit. Late beginner to intermediate level traders, institutional traders. We've trained many floor traders, and why our training is different. So before we get into a few things that we have to cover on the course material, because people had a lot of questions about that, I want to get into the next story here, and it's from Kylie O, and she's from California, soon to move out because of the change in the climate, not literally, but what's happening with the state. My heart goes out to her. A very successful trader who went through hell in order to become a professional trader. She started out with some training from a couple of different areas, a lot of books like myself, and really felt that she had a handle on this. And she came in strong, did very well. And all of a sudden the losses started to pile up. So we crossed paths and she came on board immediately because we had a 45-minute conversation, and it took that long, to really clear out the air and establish the level of trust to be able to help her understand that what she was dealing with was something that was out of the ordinary, and what you could really gain from working with us. So her situation was that she wasn't disciplined. She got up, way up, and then she started to trade a lot of substandard trades because she felt that she was so good that she could do it and get away with it. You hear what I said? Could do it and get away with it. That's a pretty cocky attitude. So when you look at, and there's a link to the website I just put up too, so you can bookmark that and take that with you. That's a pretty cocky attitude. That happens to a lot of traders. Wow, I'm unstoppable. I'm so good. I can't miss. This is a major red flag and a major danger zone. And it happens to most of us. It happened to me. So it humbles you. You go back to square one and say, okay, what was I doing right? This is what I was doing right. This is what I was doing right. This is what I was doing wrong. And here's how I got into the mess I got into. And now I got myself into it and I got to clean it up. So how am I going to do it? Well, she said she's going to take a break for a month, go back and paper trade, and then see where that lands her. And she made a diary of every single trade she took, when she got in, when she got out, time of day, everything, including the setups, a complete rundown and analysis of each individual trade. Very, very detailed. So when she realized that she was doing the right thing initially, her psychology changed 100% because here she was. Here she was. Going back to what she knew how to do, the right way to do it, and consistently doing that same thing over and over and over and over again. Traders, I cannot express to you how critical this is when you're going to be trading every single day. My story, for those of you who don't know it, and there's a lot of new people in here today, was brutally cruel. I could say that. On the light side of things, extremely painful. Extremely painful. I met a guy in Boston named Frank Casey. He was working for a major brokerage firm, and I met him after the market closed, and he said, "Listen, this is not going to be easy. I've been doing this for almost my whole adult life." And he said, "You, as a beginner, I'll give you the biggest piece of advice I can give you, and that you're going to have to find out what the deepest pockets are doing. Because if you don't know what they're doing and you can't find a way to track those people, it's never going to be the same, ever." And I said, "Well, how do we do this?" And he said, "Well, you're a technician, right?" I said, "Yeah, I'm a good technical analyst. I'm on my way." And he said, "Well, it's all about volume. It's all about money flow, both long term and short term. And when you have both moving in the same direction at the same time, market wise and independently trade wise, then the odds, the probabilities go way up. Other than that, you're going to have to figure out a trading methodology that you create that does not cancel itself out and can be used every single day for the rest of your life. That's based on finding, tracking, and trading with these people in the same direction at almost exactly the same time." I think I mentioned that earlier in the presentation. So I did. And for the last, 6 months out of my 3-year tenure, studying with John Murphy, Ralph Acampora, a lot of the heavies. Talk to traders all over the world. My wife comes into the room. She goes, "You see this phone bill? This phone bill is $2,000. Who the hell are you talking to?" And you know what she was up to? Like, what are you doing? Stupid things or what? And I said, "No, I'm talking to traders all over the world. Germany, Italy, anywhere I can find them because I'm picking their brain. I'm talking to New York a lot, by the way." And this going back 25, over 25 years ago, didn't have phone plans. And I'm talking to them for hours and hours and hours and hours. We didn't have webinar rooms. We had fax going back and forth, stuff like that. And so at the end of the day, she said, "You know what you're doing?" I said, "Yeah, I know what I'm doing." I said, "Let me go. I'm fine." She said, "Okay, I got it." Just give me the latitude. So out of that, I want you to take to the bank that here's my gem. After 3.5 years almost of my tenure going through all this, 37 books, 3.5 years of studying. My last 6 months, I'm up all night every night for 12 hours, so nobody can interrupt me. Finishing up learning how to write code, right? Okay. And at the end of it all, I did it. And Sam Tennis, who was the code writer at the time, who figured it out, said this is an MMRO of an MRO. It's not going to generate a lot of signals. I said, I don't want a lot of signals. I just want the high probability trades. He said, okay. So he finished writing it up and he said, God damn, he says, it works. I said, I know it works. He said, it does work. He said, I can't believe it. And I said, well, there we go. How much they owe you? Anything more? And he said, no, we're good. I said, okay, send it over. And I put it in TradeStation, and that started everything off. Then I went on to AIQ, Trading Expert Pro, doing, sector rotation, down, up, and up, down. Then I got into futures full time because there wasn't any overnight risk. I may go back to AIQ. I don't know, but we'll incorporate into the package of our training soon enough. I believe if the marketing decision, the business decision goes in that direction, and I think it will. So after it's all said and done, I walked through the gauntlet. I paid my dues. And I can tell you one thing that I want you to take to the bank forever and ever. And I'm not going to go off on a tangent on this. Be careful who you associate with. You need to align yourself with people who are intelligent, resourceful, capable, and communicative people. Like me, like us, right? And eliminate negative people. Get them out of your life. You're looking for people who can bring something positive to the table of you, John Doe Trader, Mrs. Doe Trader, whoever you are. And as soon as you feel something coming in to your sphere that's negative, a phone call, whatever it is, get rid of it. Don't waste your time. When you walk into your trading room, when you're about to trade, your mind has to be completely clear of any negativity, any interruptions, and if you're not, go back out until you're clear and walk back in and close the door and then sit down. There will always be another trade, but there will not always be more money. It's the way it is. So before we go, I want to make mention of some of the products and the services that we offer. We're going to start offering a lot more in the near future, within a few months. Different price levels, different setups for the new, intermediate, and professional. That's in the works, but it's going to take some time to get it out there. And it will be the same caliber that we're offering today between our course material and mentorship programs. You're looking at the S&P 500 Mini Futures Expert Market Timing Course, which can be used as timeless trading intelligence to be able to trade almost any market that has enough liquidity, enough volume, meaning with enough price chart pattern uniformity, and high probability trade setups. So basically, in this course, there is 7 different modules for 7 different hours of a course that's administered, created specifically by me to bring the beginner up to the intermediate or advanced level in a fraction of the trade. For those who've been trading for a long time, this course will either confirm, affirm what you already know as being on the right track, or it will completely change what you thought you knew and incorporate the time-tested techniques that will not cancel themselves out, that will carry you through the rest of your life. Take your time, take a look at this, and see if we can get that up. Yeah. This is the published price of $14.97. Recorded live was $24.97. And we'll leave you with this. The non-published course link that I have. You can copy and paste or bookmark right now. I'm showing it on the screen here. Same exact page, the same exact information. This is a non-published page that you won't find anywhere else. Okay? Right now, the price is $9.97. We'll work with you for 30 days. If you're unhappy, we'll refund your money. No questions asked, because I know it's that good. Testimonials are there. Whatever you need, we're here to help you in your educational journey, your trading journey, in the very best way possible. So before I go, I want to take a minute and again, thank you for all the traders that have written in your stories. I apologize, we didn't have enough time to get to all of them, but everybody's time is valuable. We need to respect that. Um, what else? I don't know. For any inquiries into the established retail trader training, just go to the contact area, inquiries here on our website, and you can fill out a qualification form there, and we'll see where it goes. If it's a match for both of us, then we could talk about it. This is Jeff Killian for the VTC, Vector Traders Consortium. Remember, the key to longevity in trading is not the home run trades. It's risk mitigation. We hope you've enjoyed this webinar. You take something that you can immediately use, put into play to become a better trader today. We'll pick it up on the next webinar. Thank you.